This is different. I decided that I want to talk a little bit about what we do with the Afro Economics Business Network on every Friday afternoon. So I said, let's do it on Saturday morning. I'm doing lots of work. It was an exciting week for all investors last week, and so much more ahead for us. So definitely take advantage of the afroeconomics.com website, investigate membership, take advantage of the opportunities to get in for free. There's definitely an introductory offer. So click on membership, go to afroeconomics.com, and by joining, you'll be able to participate into the business network that we have every Friday. It is an opportunity for me to give you something I didn't have. And I think that that's a key part of life, to make sure that, and for, in my opinion, to make sure that my life is used to help yours. When I started my business in 1995, it was not easy. Basically, I was pioneering as a registered investment advisory firm, um, and of any color, and especially as a black person and as a black woman. So I don't want today's entrepreneurs to feel alone at all. I don't, from whatever industry that you're in, whatever the service that you provide, we have so many different types of entrepreneurs. We have people that own their logistics companies, people that are that have their own trucking company, people that have their own organization business, people that are artists and that they write books, and that they are work on spoken word. There's entrepreneurs, also coaches that are in the network. They're so it's always good to exchange, because we have so much more in common as entrepreneurs than what we have as differences. So if you have any questions while I'm on live, please take advantage. I'm trying to share this on all of our social media platforms. Know that you are encouraged during this time. I'm not going to be on here for long because I have some meetings this morning, but I wanted to just talk about the power of criticism. That sometimes we think that if someone, especially as entrepreneurs, and a lot of times people that are starting business are younger, but I have a lot of people that I'm helping that are in their 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, that are starting their own business. I started my business in my 20s. So no, definitely. In my opinion, it's never too early if it's what you really want to do. And it's never too late if it's what you really want to do. I received the criticism, when I was starting my business, of "you're way too young. You shouldn't do this, wait till later." And it was very helpful receiving that criticism now in hindsight. And the Harvard Business Review actually did a study on the power of criticism and the art of criticism, and that criticism really helps us in two major ways, according to their story, and according to my own story as well. That criticism promotes improvements and new directions. So when I tell you that I received so much criticism, that when I said I want to, leave the firm that I was working for and start my own investment firm, I received criticism that I was too young, not a good idea, just, stay there or go work for another firm, or, and that it encouraged me to go in a new direction. It definitely did not encourage me to, say, "Yeah, you're right. I should just stay." It didn't. It encouraged me to be more creative. It encouraged me to, I know that maybe you've never seen anyone else do this, but I'm going to do it. And so don't shy away from criticism. As an entrepreneur, as a professional, as a leader, as a human being, criticism has the power to encourage us to make improvements and to encourage us to go in new directions. Even if, like, some of the best advice that you'll ever receive will come in the form of criticism. You don't have to accept it. And I think that too often we feel that just because someone's sharing their opinion, that that means that it's true for you, and it's not. Their decision that starting a business in the 20s, outsiders saying that I was too young, that was their opinion. That's their opinion because they're saying if I were that age, I wouldn't do it. At the same time, I guess if I had asked enough people, but I didn't ask anybody, I'm more of a teller. This is what I'm going to do, even at that age. But what we have to realize from being that way is that we have to accept full responsibility for the decisions that we make. And often I'll see that entrepreneurs will like expect someone else to make their dream possible, or accept, and they know that this is your dream, this is our dream, and we are responsible for making it happen. So the if the criticism is um something that is validly true, like you can't afford it, then use that as the power to help you, as the Harvard research said, make an improvement. Get yourself together. If you have too much debt in order to start your business, improve your financial position. That's why it makes so much sense for Afro economics to have as its seventh principle entrepreneurship. Because even if you're in corporate America now is thriving off encouraging employees to see themselves as a personal enterprise. Now, in order, if you want to receive a bonus or you want to get a promotion, you have to tell them about ideas that you came up with, things that you created, what you're doing to move their company forward. So, and you are, even as a worker, an entrepreneur. So, of course, the majority of people that I serve and that are members of Afro economics are people that work somewhere. So, in working somewhere, you're going to run into complaints, criticism. We have to use the power of that to help us make improvements and move in a new direction. A member was telling me that their supervisor didn't like the way they wrote up their reports. They had to give back to the supervisor, and she was considering retiring and starting her own business because of that complaint. She just really didn't like it and she was offended by it. And I said, embrace that feeling, because as an entrepreneur, you're going to deal with complaints, criticisms, disappointments on a much more frequent level than you will run into it as a employee. Because as an employee, you can hide. You can decide not to be a manager, not to be a leader. As an entrepreneur, you have to step up and take responsibility for errors, mistakes, shortfalls, that even if you don't do it, even if the computer does it, we are responsible for that client's disappointment. So, instead of seeing an issue with the system was down and the client's email didn't come through, for say as an example, and they complained about it, instead of seeing that as something that irritates you or hurts you, or the boss is saying that they don't like the way you do something, we have to look at that as the art of criticism, as said in the business, the Harvard Business Review article. The art of criticism is pulling out that opportunity to improve, pulling out of um, that complaint, the suggestion to move in a new direction. I was using a different streaming service, and it kept making me upset. It would sometimes I click and it would work, and sometimes I click and it wouldn't. But out of that disappointment, and I started writing to them and complaining, and then about a week later they would say, "I see your problem, and we have done an update, and we hope that this help." And then it would happen again, and then it would happen again. That that forced me to move in a new direction when a client was disappointed with it also. And I said, I have to make this easier for them to participate in the information that I'm sharing. Even in like the membership portal, I remember not the webmaster that I have now. The webmaster that I have now, fantastic, fantastic. But I've had previous people working with me who, when I've said, "Oh, I want to do a particular thing," that they see that as a complaint. And just because someone is saying that they think this might be a better, that this could help improve, we have to move away from seeing, a lot of the we're missing the construction part of the feedback. I love that now, instead of using constructive criticism, they refer to it as feedback. But a lot of things in this world, we're changing things and trying to make them, just easier and softer. But in reality, in entrepreneurship, we have to be stronger. We have to be strong. We have to be committed. We have to be innovative. We have to push forward. We have to desire the feedback from the client, because when the client gets quiet and the communication stops, that's where the problem really is. So if you want to maintain your position and grow your business, we must see the innovative power of criticism. We must see the feedback as an opportunity to improve our products, to improve our service, to improve the processes, and even build on your entire system or business model of how you do the things you do. A lot of times, it's not the business that you're in that's wrong. Sometimes it's how you do the business or how you present the business that is pulling you back. So position yourself in a way of being open to feedback, being open to constructive criticism, being open to it, and then you'll receive it. People and customers know who they can talk to and who they can't. You'll go in some restaurants, and you'll talk to the owner or the manager, and you'll say, "Well, this was wrong," and da da da. And you can see, well, oh well, our people are very good. I'm sure that when they fussed at you, they really didn't mean it. Now that doesn't help the customer to defend your team for something that was done that was completely wrong. Now, granted, the customer may have been wrong, but when the customer is complaining about something that was done to them, that's the wrong, because only one person in the situation is spending money. So when we get combative or don't receive it, then the power is lost. The new way of doing things is lost. The teachable moment for the employee is lost. The teachable or learnable moment for us is lost because we went into defensive mode instead of leaving our heart open. I remember one time a client said to me, She said, "Whoa, you have so much stuff in my file. I don't know how you keep up with it." And then I said, "I know you do have a lot of things going on, but I have it in my computer." And she said, what do you mean? So then I turned my computer around to her and I showed her that even though she sees paper, I had all of these things scanned in. And then afterwards, she apologized, and I said, "No, it's no reason to apologize. All you could see was a whole bunch of paper, but you're right." And then after that, it made me make an even bigger commitment of using technology and showing people that I have the technology that supports all of their business and that I can keep up with all of their business because of technology and utilizing it and pursuing it. But from wanting to grow my business and from the desire to have more and more clients with bigger assets, I had to develop better ways of being more organized, because if I couldn't have said, "Oh, look, this I have this system. Your this these papers are actually in my computer," then I would have lost her confidence in me. So I think that sometimes, feedback and criticism can be an opportunity to build confidence with the client. It gives you an opportunity, as the research shows, to move into a new direction, meaning a better and improved direction with your customer. So if you ever have any questions, if I can help you at all as a professional or as an entrepreneur, please join afroeconomics.com. The Join the individual membership or the family membership or the entrepreneurship membership. Really is key for you. It allows us to focus on your business goals as well as your personal financial goals. Go to afroeconomics.com, and um and then you'll see the membership link, and click on there and it'll give you all of your membership options, including the free introductory offer. But if you are ready to get to work like I am, go ahead and sign up, and then you will get a call and we'll schedule our first meeting and we'll move forward. It is time to get back on the good foot. I feel like I've been in this pandemic just a little bit too long. No, but in October, I have like several workshops on entrepreneurship outside of the office. No, actually, one at a university, which is online, and then one at Virginia Union University, which will be all the way live at their Women's Business Center. So check out on my website. I'm going to put all those details. It'll be at the end of October 2021, because this is recorded. For some of you, will see it recorded, and I don't want you to think it's if it's afterwards. Hopefully, you'll hear this today. It's still in September 2021 today as I record this, but it's time to do whatever you can do to build your business, to build ourselves as a person. My business really depends on me as a person, my health, my ability to see criticism, feedback, and the innovative power within it as a power tool. As a power tool. I have meetings with my members every week that gives me constant feedback, that gives me constant a constructive relationship, but they give me the truth. If there's something they want me to build on, want me to improve on, they give it to me. And then I tell them exactly what I've done to make that happen, to improve on that, or why I do it a particular way. And sometimes just explaining why you do it a particular way. Because a lot of times, especially for me, because I'm licensed and my business is very highly regulated, Some people might think, well, why doesn't she just tell me what to invest in? Why don't she just tell us what to buy every week? Well, that's against the law for me. I have to know the individual client and give the individual client that after they have established a relationship with me. But there's always people who are not licensed who don't have that type of regulation. So I might get a complaint for not being like someone who is not regulated like me. I own a registered investment advisory firm. So sister is trying to do the right thing at all times so that I can continue to serve you. But when you get that type of response, like so and so said that I should buy so and such, then you can, or whatever your business is, you might get, if you someone you might put in windows, you install windows, and somebody say so and so uses wood windows, but you use this and this a window. Why do and then that gives you an opportunity to say why your window is better than that other window. So don't receive it. There's power in the criticism. Yes, indeed. We just change the way we look at it. Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So true, so true. Have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to serving you. My number is 1-844 JBBRYAN. Be blessed.